hold it this way. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I'm so impressed to see you lively here because every day I follow you either on TV or YouTube. So it's very honored, sir. So my question is regarding this new National Education Policy, NEP. So here we are talking about outcome-based education and all those things. Previously also we had some education policies. Now I came to know from Amarnath that you are the advisory member of that.
I was not, but I was consulted by Rangaraj, the Kasturirangan committee. In fact, I was the first one to sit with him in detail and then discuss. So the draft was reviewed by me at their request. So in that sense, I participated.
So from your perception, so how is this NEP going to affect this outcome-based education in this new scenario, sir? So we as a college or teachers or a student, so what is actually expected from us, sir, from this NEP that I want to know?
No, first, I would request the educators in particular to go through it very carefully. All policies in a country, as because India tried to say everything to everybody. So don't bother too much about that trying to say, but the kernel of it, the essence of it, follow. You take higher education, there are 3 or 4 things long overdue they introduced, at least in the policy. 160 years ago or thereabout, a man called Charles Eliot, the then president of Harvard, he introduced an elective system in the US. It took us 160 years and this policy to talk about electives for the first time. There's nothing new. Long ago somebody had done it. And there's no sensible country on earth where there's no elective system. What's the difficulty in introducing? 2, an evaluation that is radically altered, I already mentioned it. 3, our universities have become undergraduate degree and examination management institutions. They are not universities at all, they are a joke. They said large colleges, autonomous. University is not burdened with managing the colleges, undergraduate education, etc. They are about giving overall leadership and direction to education and research. The next point, technology education, interface with industry and society, apprenticeships and serious, not casual, flippant, just only to fulfill the requirements, but serious engagement with industry and economic activity so that you learn, you challenge, you are challenged, you find answers, you learn through that experience, so on and so forth. So there's nothing spectacular, but together, if we do it right, it will radically change it, because the basic premise is that we want to do better. School education, simple thing, consolidation of schools. Instead of pretending that 4 kids constitute a school of 5 classes and 1 teacher, the teacher doesn't go, the kids don't bother and everything is a namesake, and the moment you say you consolidate, newspapers scream with headlines saying that schools are being closed. There's nothing more dishonest and insincere than this nonsense. A cluster approach where a 10+2, a high school. So the answer is, again, on the one hand, creating employment and some effort is being made. From this side, there's no need to have only 10% good engineers. Supposing you have at least 50-60% are reasonably good, then there's no shortage of these engineers for other segments of economy, even if they're a little less glamorous. Even glamour will ultimately, what is glamour? Wherever there's money, there's glamour. When we were students, medical students, dermatology was, nobody's serious thought of it as a specialty. Radiology, only the idiots will go. Today, radiology, dermatology, why? More money. So glamour is a function of money. Rarely is glamour a function of, the quality of innovation, the creativity of the mind, the problem solving, and that's always there to some extent. But in modern world, money brings glamour. So if there is a greater demand for that kind of a skill, automatically glamour will grow. Let's not worry about it. So if we increase from this 10-15% to let's say 25-30, initially later 40-50, from 10-15 becoming 100 doesn't happen overnight. You have to work for the next 20 years because we messed up too much. Institutions don't change dramatically like in a film. But step ladder. Then automatically there's no shortage of human resources. Many employers, the biggest complaint I hear is, sir, if I invest, where are the workers? of quality. So do this part, other parts have to happen. And that's why, despite all the deficiencies, on occasion I support the government's efforts, because there is some earnest attempt to improve the economy. They're messing up many other things, but at least some effort, infrastructure, some investment, some conscious effort, production linked incentive, this, that, not enough, but at least there is some conscious effort, and a lot more is required. So don't lose heart, we can change it.
Like and subscribe Eagle Media Works.